Hi, my friends. I'm going to read you the very end of book number 3, Fizz and the Show Dog Thief. Chapter 7, The Talent Quest. What are we going to do? Said Fizz, his nose suddenly dry. You haven't had time to rehearse an item for the talent quest. If you don't score 9 or more, we'll be out of the competition. Remy's eyes brightened. I could do my tumbled routine. It was a big hit at the circus. What will you do, Fizz? Fizz couldn't think of anything he could do. Benny bounded over to wish them luck. I've just finished a safety check of the electrical mains closet, he said. Everything in there smelled like bacon. His stomach rumbled loudly. Speaking of bacon, said Benny, licking his chops, Jamarcus is a mess. He spilled a whole bowl of bacon and gravy down his chin. The judges will mark him down for sure. At that very moment, Jamarcus swished past. He was wearing a green baseball cap and bandana and his emerald medallion. So you got the gravy stain out after all, said Benny, noting Jamarcus's spotless chin. What are you talking about, man? Said Jamarcus. The gravy mess on your chin, said Benny. I saw you just now in the canteen. You got the wrong dog, man. I don't eat and compete. You lose points for food stains, said Jamarcus. Benny's tail sagged as he watched Jamarcus glide over to the holding arena. I'll see you guys later, he said. Poor Benny, said Remy. He's so rattled about the jewel thief, he's seen Jamarcus everywhere. Anyone would think he's seen double. Miss Sparkles tapped her microphone. The talent quest was about to begin. Ready, everyone? Our first contestant is Jamarcus, said Miss Sparkles with a performance on his skateboard. Music pumped as Jamarcus zipped around the arena and up onto the stage on his shimmering green skateboard. His dreadlocks swung in all directions, revealing a glittering undercoat that flashed as it caught the light. The crowd cheered for Jamarcus. A dazzling performance, said Miss Sparkles. Wow, said Remy, squinting. How did he get his coat to sparkle like that? It looked like diamonds. Fizz and Remy watched the other dogs perform. Brittany boogied to a groovy dance in a pair of green hot pants. A miniature whippet jumped through a tricky arrangement of hoops, and a beagle raced around the arena balancing a liver treat on his nose. Remy was up next. She performed her incredible tumbling act and received a standing ovation and a score of 9. Fizz was sweating because he still didn't know what to do. Our final contestant is Angel, said Miss Sparkles. Fizz's legs wobbled like jelly. Brittany caught Fizz's leg as he stepped onto the arena. Have a nice trip, she said. He tripped and skidded down the floor in a rolling ball of bows and curls, coming to a messy stop right in front of the judges. Brittany smiled with satisfaction. He's blown it, howled Amadeus from the stage stairs. A nervous whisper rippled through the crowd. Fizz needed a talent, and fast. He looked around the arena, searching for inspiration. Suddenly, he saw it. A Maltese mother soothing her crying puppy with a lullaby. In a flash, Fizz knew what to do. He did have a talent for puppy soothing. He stood tall, took a long, deep breath, and sang. His voice was sweet and smooth and floated across the arena like a lullaby to the baby. Fizz sang like an angel. The crowd hushed. Simply breathtaking, said Miss Sparkles, dramatically wiping a tear from her eye. It's a score of 10 from the judges. That's my boy, squealed Fizz's mother. My angel's a top 6 finalist. Chapter 8, The Arrest. This is it, whispered Fizz, tingling all over as Miss Sparkles escorted the top 6 finalists past the guard dog onto the stage. We've got to catch Brittany when she steals the tiara. This is our only chance. Blow it and we'll fail our first case. Remy and Fizz stood on the stage, along with Brittany, Jamarcus, and 2 other winning show dogs. In front of them, glittering on its pedestal, sat the priceless Pemberley tiara. Fizz took a calming breath and looked out at the gathering cloud. Sergeant Stern had arrived with 2 junior officers ready for an arrest. Benny bounced on the spot, and Amadeus was at the stage stairs with Razor, ready for action. I'll watch Brittany, said Fizz. You keep a close eye on her mother. She'll be the one causing the diversion. Remy nodded. Fizz ran through the jewel thief clues in his head. The white hair, the glass bead, the emerald jewel, and the accomplice. The clues pointed to Brittany and her mother. All he had to do was catch Brittany red-handed with the tiara while her mother distracted everyone's attention. Miss Sparkles was holding the runner-up sashes in her hand. She introduced each finalist. Brittany made a charming curtsy, and Jamarcus swished his dreads so they swept the floor. Fizz, Remy, and the other 2 finalists each bowed and curtsied in turn. Fizz looked down the line of finalists as the spotlight swept the stage. Something caught his eye. Jamarcus's emerald medallion sparkled beautifully in the spotlight, all except the center, where an emerald was missing. And what's more, Jamarcus's chin wasn't clean. It was stained with gravy. Fizz panicked. He ran through the clues again. The white hair, the glass bead, the emerald jewel, the accomplice, and the missing talcum powder. The missing talcum powder, gasped Fizz. Remy, we forgot about the missing talcum powder. Not all the clues fit. We've got the wrong dog. The jewel thief isn't Brittany. It's Jamarcus. Look. Remy studied Jamarcus as the spotlight swept the stage again. The emerald jewel in my costume bag was from Jamarcus's medallion, not Brittany's tiara, explained Fizz. Jamarcus has white hair and glass beads in his dreadlocks. The bead belonged to Jamarcus, not Brittany's mother. And we forgot about the missing talcum powder. A Commodore isn't called a mop dog for nothing. He could sweep up any powder with his coat. We were going to arrest the wrong dog. But it can't be Jamarcus, said Remy, watching Brittany's mother as she pushed her way to the front of the crowd. The jewel thief has an accomplice. Jamarcus can't be in 2 places at once. He can if he has a twin, said Fizz. Miss Sparkles said Jamarcus was retiring to travel the world with his twin brother. Jamarcus isn't alone. His brother is here. I bet you they're stealing the tiaras to pay for their world trip. So Benny's not seeing anything, said Remy. He saw Jamarcus at the registration table and at the canteen eating bacon. Or his twin brother. It could have been either. Nodded Fizz. Oh no, the bacon. Benny said the electrical mains closet smelled like bacon. They're going to cut the lights. Fizz searched for Benny in the crowd. Benny, yelled Fizz from the stage. Quick! But it was too late. In that instant, the light went out and the Pemberley Show dog hall fell into darkness. Brittany screamed. Miss Sparkles yelled for help. The tiara pedestal crashed to the ground. He's stealing the tiara, cried Fizz. I can't see where he is, said Remy. We're going to bail our first case, Fizz. We can't see, but we can smell. We can hear, Remy. Oh, the smell of bacon and the clack of beads, said Fizz. You can see in this page, that's the page where they're in the dark. Fizz and Remy pursued the scent of bacon and the sound of beads across the stage, then leapt into the darkness. Fizz landed heavily upon the back of a dog and felt Remy land right beside him. The dog underneath him crashed to the floor. Fizz hoped they'd captured the jewel thief. Crash! Suddenly, the lights came on. Get those brutes off my Brittany, cried Brittany's mother. Fizz could hardly bear to look. If he was on top of Brittany, then they jumped on the wrong dog, and the real jewel thief would have gotten away. He looked down. Underneath him was a flattened Commodore with the Pemberley tiara wedged firmly in his mouth. We got him! It's the twin brother, cheered Remy. Let her go, you big brutes, barked Brittany's mother. Amadeus and Razor were holding Brittany. They'd arrested the wrong dog. No, you don't, cried Fizz, wobbling as Jamarcus's brother staggered to his feet. Remy, we're not heavy enough. He's going to get away. Amadeus, help! Amadeus raced across the stage. He leapt onto the back of the enormous Commodore and pinned him to the stage floor. Thanks, Amadeus, said Fizz. Not bad detective work, said Amadeus, for a little fluffy dog. Fizz and Remy wagged their tails together. Sergeant Stern raced onto the scene. Great teamwork, he said, taking the Pemberley tiara from the Commodore's mouth. That will be the last tiara you ever steal. Benny grabbed Jamarcus by the light switches and escorted him to Sergeant Stern. I found this, said Benny. Benny parted Jamarcus's dreadlocks with his nose. Tucked under his coat was the stolen diamond collar. Your father's collar, cried Fizz's mother. They've been smuggling the jewels out in their coats, said Benny. No wonder the police never found anything during the bag search. That's why Jamarcus's coat sparkled in the talent quest, said Remy. It really was diamonds. Two police officers marched Jamarcus and his twin brother out of the hall and into the back of a paddy wagon. Congratulations, everyone, said Sergeant Stern. You caught the dog show jewel thieves and solved your first case. Fizz barked loudly, Remy pirouetted in excitement, and Amadeus let out a glorious howl. Miss Sparkles stepped up to her microphone with the Pemberley tiara in one hand and the runner-up sashes in the other. I do have an award ceremony to finish, she said, quieting the crowd with a brilliant smile. The winner of the Pemberley Show Dog Trials and this year's recipient of the Pemberley tiara is Angel. Fizz's mother yelped with delight. Brittany stormed off the stage. Miss Sparkles sat the glittering Pemberley tiara on Fizz's head. Then she placed runner-up sashes around Remy and Benny. For bravery, she said. Amadeus burst out laughing. Sweet! Go Powder Puff! Oh, I haven't forgotten you, said Miss Sparkles, placing a runner-up sash around Amadeus's neck. You were very brave, too. Amadeus flexed his muscles in a show dog pose. In fact, continued Miss Sparkles, admiring Amadeus's midnight black coat, you could be a show dog champion, too, with fur like that. What? Said Amadeus. Fizz, Remy, and Benny cheered. I'd like to keep my boys, Miss Sparkles, said Sergeant Stern. I wouldn't want to break up a winning team. Amadeus nodded. Woohoo! Woohoo! Sang Fizz, tingling all over with happiness. And that's it. Can you believe it was Jamarcus and his brother? All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed that story. I will see you soon. Bye.